So you're ready to tackle another multi-step example. Good for you. Again, we're just going to work through our 5 steps to simplifying multi-step problems. So again, you'll see these up in the left-hand side. So we're going to work through these steps to simplify this problem over here. So first, we're just going to focus on step number 1. It says change radicals into exponents. Well, do I see a radical shape anywhere in my problem? No, I don't. So I don't have to do step number 1. Step number 2, it says eliminate parentheses. Well, I do see parentheses here. It's around my whole problem. So I know I have to take this outside exponent and put it on everything on the inside. So I'm going to write this work way over here on this side of my screen so that I have enough room for this entire problem. So I need to take the 1/3 and I need to put it on the 27. So that's going to be 27 to the 1/3 power. If I take the 1/3 to x to the 9th, well, I have to keep the x to the 9th, but then I put the 1/3 with it. I have to put the 1/3 on the y to the 6th. And since these parentheses go all the way down to the bottom of my fraction here, I also have to put the 1/3 on the 2 things that are on the bottom. So I have x to the -3 to the 1/3, and I also have y 12 to the 1/3. Okay, now clearly my parentheses are not gone. I have even more parentheses than I did before. So I'm going to have to simplify this some more. So let's go through piece by piece. 27 to the 1/3. If I try to type that into my calculator, oh great, I actually get a number for that. I get the number 3. Okay, moving on to the next part. Okay, right here. Oh, I see a power to a power rule, so I know I'm going to have to multiply those things. Well, 9 times 1/3 is going to give me x to the 3rd power there. Move on to the next part. Again, I see a power to a power rule, so I'm going to multiply. 6 times 1/3 gives me 2. And then I'm going to put my fraction bar, and I'm going to start going through the bottom of my fraction. Again, here, the next part, I see power to a power, so I'm going to multiply, which gives me x to the -1. And then I'm going to look, and, well, right here, I'm going to multiply there because I have power to a power. So 12 times 3 is going to get me 4. Awesome! Look, now I have this great new fraction here in the middle of my screen, and I get to be done with step number 2 because I don't have any parentheses. Step number 3 says to move negative exponents. So I'm going to look and see if I have any negative exponents. Well, I do. On the bottom of my fraction here, I have x to the -1. So I need to move that to the other side of the fraction. So I'm going to rewrite everything in the exact same place it was, except this one, and I'm going to move that one to the top. So everything that was already where it was gets to stay because those are all positives. But this one that was on the bottom is going to move to the top now so that I can make it a positive one. And now I moved all my negative exponents. I don't have any left. Step number 4 tells me to simplify my coefficients. Coefficients are numbers in front of the variable, which would be like this 3. Since 3 is the only coefficient I have, there's nothing for me to simplify. So luckily, I'm also done with step number 4. And my last step is step number 5, which says use product and quotient rules. So this is where I'm looking for my like bases. So whenever I do this, I like to start my answer. I put my fraction bar. Since we didn't have to simplify this 3 at all, I'm just going to bring that down. But now I'm going to look at my like bases. So I have 2x, or 2 powers with the base of x here. And I have to ask myself, okay, are they next to each other, which means they're being multiplied, or are they on top of each other, which means they're being divided? Well, this x and this x they're next to each other, they're on the same level, which means I'm going to add their exponents. So 3 plus 1 gives me x to the power 4. And now I'm going to look at my other like variables, or my bases, which I have a y and a y. Well, when I look at them, they are being divided. They are on top of each other, so I know I have to subtract. Well, this exponent of 4 minus the exponent of 2 gives me 2. And I know that my answer has to go where the bigger exponent was. Bigger exponent was on bottom, so I'm going to put y to the power 2 on the bottom. And now I'm done with step number 5. So before I really say I'm done, I'm going to look at this final answer and ask myself, do I only have one number? Yep. Do I only have one of each variable? Do I have any negative exponents? Nope. So I know that I'm done.